team of the year. Team of the year. It's the team of the year. Yeah. Come on. Team of the year. Team of the yeah, yeah. Team of the year. Team of the It's the team of the year. Team of the year. It's the team of the year. Yeah, yeah. Team of the year. Team of the It's the team of the year. Yeah. Team of the year. Team of the year.
Hello, FC Mobile community. How are we doing? Welcome to FC Mobile Live. It is Team of the Year time. Toddy, the first show for FC Mobile this year with Team of the Year. I'm hyped. How are you feeling, Tack?
I'm feeling great. How are you, everyone? Welcome, FC community. Welcome to the show. We have plenty of content to show today. And as you've been hearing, music is a banger. It's the team of the year. One of my favorite times of the year, Antoine.
I know, I love the song. It just gets me so hyped. Gets me so ready for just Team of the Year time. And just hearing it in the countdown was just awesome. And I can see a lot of people in the chat already dropping the Team of the Year song and kind of dropping a lot of emojis there. So it's great to see. Want to know, obviously, where's everybody tuning in from? Where in the world are we watching Team of the Year?
Where in the world are we? Oh man, I am so happy. Team of the year is always a great time.
It's great. So much fun. Seeing where everybody's coming in from. Great. Good to see. Good to see. The other thing as well, wanted to check with everybody, is how are your leagues coming along? I know we launched the new leagues update. Been seeing a lot of conversations around people joining new leagues, getting activity points, league tokens. Also that recent make good with the Kaka. I'm sure a lot of you enjoy getting that, but I just want to know in general, how are leagues going for everybody? Do you like it?
Yeah, we had a busy past few weeks, and it will get even busier. So hello for Turkey, hello for Pakistan, Bangladesh, Mexico, Kenya, wow, Tunisia. It really is a world's game.
Worldwide. Great to see. Good to
I'm
see
having
some
a lot of
comments
fun
there
with
on
leagues. Antoine, how
Yeah.
about you? It kind of like, I don't know, makes you feel like even the leaderboards and activity points. It's a really complex system. It makes you. It just has like that social aspect that I've been wanting for a while. The rewards, I thought they were cool too. But I want to hear from chat. How are you guys feeling about the new league system?
Yeah, I saw someone write leagues is fire. I agree. I'm an admin of my league. I've been tracking activity points and making sure that everyone in my league's on top of things and starting tournaments and just earning league tokens, getting through the reward pass. I do love the activity points side of it, where you can kind of see like who's contributing, and also like I play a lot of head to head, so I like to play those matches and then go into my league and check, wow, okay, I've gotten some activity points here. It's definitely rewarding. But I'm seeing people in the chat are liking it. Obviously, if you're not yet in a league, do join a league because there's a lot of good rewards there, a lot of good, as Tak, you were saying, social play. And I'm sure, Tak, you're in a league. You're probably in a pretty active one.
I'm in a league. I'm in a league from a content creator friend of mine, KBCA. And it's been a blast. They're doing great. I'm trying my best to help. Antoine, are you the type of league admin that will, like poke your friends and say, hey, Tak, you gotta pick it up a little bit. Your activity points are a little bit low.
I should. There's Jason. I gotta start calling out here and mention that the activity points are low. Yeah, Jason, you gotta step it up. We need more from you. So yes, I have to be better about that as an admin in our league, the HQ league there. But no, it's good though. It's fun. And actually, Tak, speaking of activity points, I know a lot of people are asking the details of what do you get for doing different activities in the game. If you've read our league's deep dive, make sure to check that out after the show because there's some new information there on the straight details of what you get for playing head-to-head, manager mode, first attack, skill games, etc., and your activity points and how it goes to leagues. So just a heads up there.
Absolutely. Just go to the FC Mobile website. It should be easy for you to access from the news section. I saw a comment here, Antoine, about swipe shooting. I saw a few players here in chat talking about how the new changes applied to swipe shooting are a little bit inaccurate. So there's one piece of news that we're going to share today. Starting from tomorrow, based on your feedback, there are some changes applied to swipe shooting, which will make it a little bit more accurate and more in pair with the accuracy from button shooting.
Exactly. So a little bit more of a balanced experience. We've seen some of the feedback coming in around gesture shooting, swipe shooting, and the accuracy there versus button. So yeah, tomorrow keep an eye out for that. If you're a swipe shooter or if you mix buttons and gestures in how you play, make sure to keep an eye there on swipe shooting. And then the other note as well, before we get into the Team of the Year info, was around security. So we are obviously ramping up more security efforts when it comes to VersaTac monitoring. There was the info listed in the patch notes a couple weeks ago, but we're keeping on working on VersaTac anti-cheat. So keep your feedback coming in when it comes to security. Share your feedback with us. We still are looking through a lot of the conversations that come through the reports, especially if you're reporting in-game or out of game, wherever you're doing that. Please keep coming it in on the security front. We're all ears and we're still working through a lot of things. So wanted to give you guys an update there as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And last piece of update before we jump in to Team of the Year. So it's just a heads up. Extra time tokens, the tokens that you have right now, are going to be reset. So for after Toddy is launched, a new type of extra time tokens will be required. So the suggestion is that you use them right now as you can. And then starting from after Toddy is launched, you get a new type of extra time tokens called extra time tokens 02. And of course, new picks are going to be available. If as Toddy is released, you don't see the picks available there, wait a second. Usually takes some time for them to be available again. So that's the last piece of information that we needed to share before Team of the Year. Antoine, how are you feeling? Do you think we're ready for Team of the Year? I am.
I'm ready. I mean,
Let's
the
go,
first
Antoine.
banner we're going to show here is one we've already shared. You already know who's in the starting 11 for our U-Toddy, but we do want to just make sure there's a refresher on that. If you haven't seen it, if you're completely new to Team of the Year, here's the starting 11 of our U-Toddy. Posted this a few days ago, but we kept the OVRs off of this. But Tak, no real surprises, I think, if you've been following along.
Not really. The surprise here would be more the art for U-Toddy players. So what do you guys think? Art,
Yeah, the
the
U-Toddy art.
pictures, you got some iconic celebrations. You can see Mr. Mbappe there with his celebration, Cole Palmer, and also Bellingham with their classic ways of celebrating after scoring a goal.
Seeing a lot of dubs for the art. I agree. Always love Utah art. Every single year, the gold and like the shards and the explosion, the action is always really nice to see. But the other one, actually, Tack, I want to see is after this, is where we show off the Toddy icon art and some Toddy icons from week 1.
Absolutely. You know me, I'm happy with this player banner. What do you
No
guys
complaints there.
No complaints there. As you can see, the OVR spike to 107 in Ronaldinho and Thuram.
See, center back Thuram, guys. Everyone, if you're used to seeing him, he was a right back. He did have alternate position as a center back, and I did see quite a few teams using him as a center back because of his pace. Well, this time he's actually launched as a center back in Team of the Year. So what do we think, chat, about these top row of icons?
Did you get who the 3 players from our little social media post from Sunday were? They were Ronaldinho, Thuram, and Rivaldo on the top row.
So there you go, guys. That's the look at week 1 of the Toddy icons. There will be weekly releases of these Team of the Year icons. Next week's is obviously a great one too. Look out for that. But this first one here is a really, really good start. I'm excited to see if I can get any of these with the shard system, which we'll show.
Ooh, spoilers!
Spoiler alert!
Yeah.
All right, so if we're ready, chat, to see how you can earn these players in the Team of the Year event, let's get going into the gameplay. I've got the build here ready to go, and we'll walk you through everything you can expect for Team of the Year, which launches at reset today. So the next reset coming up, Team of the Year will be live then. So that's 1 a.m. UTC, and you could pretty much go 6 hours from now is when Team of the Year will be launching. And here we go.
Here
the main
we go.
screen.
Look
Team
at
of
our
the Year.
game. All Team
Look
of the
at
Year
that.
themed. The blue and gold.
So let's jump into the Team of the Year event. I'm hyped to go through this. I'm very excited. Dubs in the chat already. Love to see it, guys. Here is Team of the Year. So I'll walk through the main chapter. So this is kind of your hub, as usual, for everything Team of the Year. So right away you can see the different chapters. There's Road to Icon. There's Nominee A, which is week 1. There's Nominee B, week 2. Nominee C, week 3. So these 3 will be different chapters, which we'll go into and check out how you can earn different players. Then Utah, which was the banner we just showed with no OVRs, that unlocks on Feb 13th. So there'll be different players launching on Feb 13th. We start with attackers, then there's mid a few days later, and then defender/goalie a few days after that. So it's still locked, but you'll want to keep an eye out on that. And then honorable mentions is Feb 20th. That's where you'll get a lot of other high OVR players that didn't quite make the Toddy cut for the final 11, but they are still really great players. And then in this main section, there's also some gameplay. So this is the Toddy Nominees Showcase. This is where you can learn about all the Toddy candidates. You can play some of the matches to earn daily rewards. So this one is about Holland. You don't get his 105 from playing this, but you do earn different rewards from playing themed matches. So you play this one, you win that one, you come in and you play Musiala's match, Van Dijk's match, with different rewards. And then the Xavi Simons one as well. So the rewards here aren't that amazing, but the whole point is you play through all those, and then you can get yourself a Mascherano here. So it's just about learning about these players and then doing this daily to get rewards along the way. And then we'll go through the quests, we'll go through the challenge, and then the shard exchange. Guys, yeah, this is daily. So you're getting these daily rewards. You're not getting the player that's showcased there, but you do get those daily rewards. And then we'll go through some offers. We'll check out the walkout, and then go through all the players. So this is just a look at the main chapter. There's gameplay there. The next thing we'll go through is Road to Icon. So this one's pretty exciting, Tack. There's different levels of gameplay, right?
Yeah, you can pick one of those 3 levels of gameplay, and your rewards change based on the difficulty that you chose. So with crazy, see how crazy this is? You get more of the icon tokens that you need to claim rewards. And then if you scroll a little bit to the right, you have every week up until week 4 a box of rewards, and you can spend 100 of those tokens to get one of these rewards. After you get one reward, you will not get a duplicate of this one. So the goal here is for you to get all the rewards from every week up until week 4 to unlock the milestones that are a bit to the right. You can either pick one of those 3 Totti icons, Pires, Zola, or Rafa Marquez, or you can also get Totti shards. You can also get 150 Totti shards if, for an example, you don't want any of those Totti icons.
Exactly. So it's your choice at the end of claiming everything. If you want to go for those icons, if they fit your team, or if you say, you know what, I'm going to take these 150 shards and then go pick another player that I like from the shard gallery. So yeah, you just pick whichever one of these you want to play, depending on your skill level, and you can get those icon tokens. So it's 100 per reward claim, and you'll work through this Road to Icon box week over week. Next chapter is the nominee chapter A. So this is the week 1 chapter. There'll be nominee B for week 2, C for week 3. And this one you're going to play matches along with some minor conditions here. So you actually have to complete an assist to win these 3 matches. And at the end, you get Totti nominee tokens for this chapter. So nominee A tokens. So I get the 100 of these. And then part of it, I've already started here, is you try to match the Totti nominees. So I flipped over Nico Williams and Haaland. I'm going to then flip over Van Dijk. I have to find another one of these players to match them up. So not doing a good job here of finding a match. There we go. So we got Nico Williams. We got a match there. And if you match up a player on those cards, you can then claim a milestone reward. So I get my 100k coins here. And then if I match 2, I get some gems. Matching 3 is a Mascherano. 4 is a 98 to 102. And then we got some transfer points. Another Mascherano at 6. And then a 98 to 105 for 7. So you'll be using your nominee tokens that you earn, and then you match them up. And if you match all of them up, you can go all the way down to the milestone and get your rewards. So you get some Mascheranos there, which is nice. And then a couple 98 to 105s that you can then exchange in for shards, which we'll check out earlier. So, or you could even just use them for your team if you get a nice item there.
Yeah, and some more pieces of information to share here. So nominee A will be the first chapter available upon Totti launch later today, but we still have nominee B and nominee C chapters being released over the next few weeks. They will have different mechanics. They'll work on a different way than nominee A. For an example, nominee B has more to do with matches. Nominee C chapter, it's more about skill games, so it won't be the same mechanic for every chapter. And nominee A will be available up until the end of Team of the Year. So let's say it's week 2. Nominee B chapter is released. You can still play on nominee A chapter.
Exactly. So just because there's nominee A here, the rest of the chapters coming out in future weeks will be new content with new rewards. So this is not all that Team of the Year has here. There's more chapters coming out. And then obviously Totti is going to come out. So there's still a lot to play through. But I think, Tack, the big thing people want to know here is, how do I get those icons? How do I get that 107
That's
Ronaldinho
the question,
or that 107
Thuram.
Thuram?
That's
This
what's
is
in my
the
mind
fun
right
stuff.
now. How can I get the Ronaldinho?
And here it is, chat. So every week, new icons. And we got 1,000 shards here for Dino, 1,000 for Rivaldo, 1,000 for Beckham, 750 for Thuram, and then 300 for Makelele and Desai. So we'll stop it right there, chat. These are pretty accessible if you use all the shards over the course of the event. And then we'll also check out nominees.
That Toddy starts later today in a few hours, and Toddy goes up until March the 6th UTC. So you have plenty of weeks to collect and accumulate your Toddy shards, and then decide where you want to go next. More players, more icons, nominees, UToddy, honorable mentions, and have you ever mentioned 12th Man is coming too? So there's plenty of weeks, plenty of activities, and plenty of ways of getting Toddy shards. So yeah, they're back.
Exactly, and you can see for nominee A here, which we're launching with, there's different 105s here, the Yamal and the Van Dijk, and the Holland and the Valverde 105s, those are 600, and then all the way down to the 103s, which are 100. And then here's how the exchanges work. It's the same setup as Thunderstruck, Winter Wonders, where you'll be trading in players that you don't want for shards that you can then use for players you do want. So if we check the 107 here, that gets you 250, a 106 gets you 180, 105 is 120, a 104 gets you 60, 103 is 30, a 100 to 102 is 10, and then a 98 to 99 gets you 5. So you can start to do a bit of the math and the puzzling together with the rewards you're going to be getting, and also with the gem packs that you can use to get these Team of the Year players. So I can go in and do a bit of an example here with what should we do it with? Actually, I'll save this till I can do like 98 to 99 actually, just to show an example. So I can throw in a 98 David here, and then I get the shards. So it's the same system, chat, that we had with Winter Wonders. And then let's say I want to come in and get Çalhanoğlu. I only have 5 of these shards, I need 100, but as you work through the shard system, you'll earn more and choose the player that you want.
Yeah. So essentially, you can pick any of the Toddy players that are being released.
So that kind of takes us into how you're going to get a lot of these shards is through the gem packs. So you can see here, chat, there's a 2,500 gem 99 to 107, or there's the 3,000 101 to 107. I feel like, is this time to open up a pack, chat? Are we doing it?
We do have a walkout animation, so let's
We
take
do
a
have a
look at
walkout.
it.
Let's see if we can get the music at the same time here. It's Team of the Year.
It's the Team of the Year.
Oh, that skipped through. Oh no. All right, I'm gonna do another one.
Okay, let's try again.
Whoops. Let's try again, chat. All right, my bad here. One more, chat. Sorry.
That was definitely
All right.
a skew issue.
Yes. Okay. Here we go.
We didn't sing it well enough.
Exactly.
It's the Team
All
of the
right,
Year.
here's the walkout.
All right.
Oh.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, chat.
Okay, second time's a charm.
105. Look at that walkout. Also, not bad, hey? Getting a 105 from the limited bundle here.
Not bad at all. What do you guys
That's
think of the
that,
walkout?
community manager luck.
It is. It is. You always spend it in the, the test version that we have. It is not the first
I
time
know.
that you could.
And then I go into the actual game and it's like, no chance.
Yeah.
And then, chat, we do have the token trade-ins for those Toddy icons. If you do use your universal tokens, you can get some extra Toddy icon tokens to go on the road to icon. Also, if you have leftover Winter Wonders tokens, you can use them towards these icon tokens. And then finally, the pass points. And then the next thing here, Tack was looking at the Star Pass, which does have some interesting parts.
We do have a new addition to Star Pass, but let's start with Patrick Vieira. He's going to come at red rank at 108 OVR. And then one of the things that I'm most excited to show is that the Star Pass, both in the free and the paid pass parts, also have Toddy shards. I think we were making calculations, right, Antoine, before we started the show. Was how many did we calculate? 50 in the free pass and 150 the paid one?
Yeah, I think that's what we saw going through.
Don't quote us on that.
No, you can see it's yeah, on the free one, yeah, you got 20 here, you got 10, that's 30, and then yeah, 40, and then yeah, 50. So 50 on the free one for shards. That gets you halfway to a 103. But then you can obviously package that with a lot of the other shards you'll be getting. And there's a 103 Foden in there on the top, some stadiums, some Mascherano's. That Vieira's at level 50. And then all the way to a 98 here. And then the next thing to look at as well was the Toddy exchanges. These will be pretty familiar to everybody when it comes to the daily bonus exchange, the Toddy player ×2, and then the limited exchange 98 to 107.
Not many surprises in there. We can also go to quests and show the community. I didn't see anything that was too different from previous events in terms of quests. So Challenge Master, milestones, play, the free packs, and also login rewards. Get a pack in a Mascherano.
And then the other one to check out as well was challenge mode. There's an 86 to 107.
Everybody saw there. There's 2 spoilers, right? That we just show. Yeah, no real surprises with challenge mode. We're also planning weekend challenges mode. I know they have been nice with community for the extra resources, Mascheranos that players can get.
And then there's also a little look at this Lunar New Year challenge for 99 Bellingham or 99 Son. Just check this one out real quick. Some decent rewards here.
Yep. Lunar New Year will be launched with Team of the Year. We're going to also have Lunar New Year players. Not only will that challenge be available, but for the challenge mode, you can get 99 OVR Jude Bellingham or and 99 OVR Son. But more players are also released with Lunar New Year.
Oh, also, yeah, I think I'm going to go to the gallery to look at the player stats, because I know a lot of people will want to see those icons. So for this Ronaldinho, let's take a look at the stats here, chat.
Oh, no.
And then I see a few people mentioning Scouting Camp. We'll take a look at that just in a bit. So that's a very cool new feature. They saw it.
What
I'm
is
excited
Scouting Camp?
to show
That's
that.
the question. Yeah, me too, Antoine. Yeah, put it in chat. What do you think scouting camp is about? Good player item. Samba celebration. Always a dub. Evaldo with a nice boost to his weak foot. These guys are getting pacey, right, Antoine?
Yeah, this Thuram
109
at
pace
center back,
for a
109.
center back. Yeah.
He still retains the right back as a secondary position, but man, 125 with 109 pace.
Yeah, definitely a sight.
Yeah. And then checking out the 106 Beckham here. A lot of Beckhams already in the game with the Beckham Chronicles, but this is another top one to add there. He's got right mid, obviously. And then a lot of traits on him, too.
Interesting.
Check out
the
Makalele.
Stanchel celebration.
And then let's check out that center back, Desai. I think he's probably got... Yeah, he's got CDM as well. Power header. Always a nice trait to get.
Dives into tackles is also good. And guys, remember, this is week 1 out of 4 weeks of Toddy icon releases.
Well, let's take a look at a few of the nominee here for 105s and 104s. Got Lamine Yamal can do right wing, left wing. Some of the attributes here. We'll check out the traits. I'll go into Van Dijk.
Outside of the boot trait.
Yeah.
Very well deserved.
Power header as well here. And a 105 Holland. I currently use the 104 Ballon d'Or Holland, and he is really good as kind of a target man striker. I use him with Pele, Winter Wonders Pele, and that duo has been so good for me. I kind of launch balls up to Holland, knocks it down for Pele.
Holland and Pele. What an unlikely duo, Antoine.
It works. It works in head-to-head. I assume here, yeah, he's got right mid as a secondary position here. And then some traits. And then let's check out Nico Williams. I remember seeing his pace here was really good. Yeah, 122 at left wing. He's got right mid, right wing, and left mid.
Okay, this is a very cost-efficient player item right there. Very flexible, super pacey.
Yep.
5'5". And you can lane change with Nico Williams?
Yeah.
Okay, now we're
It's
talking.
scary. Rudiger here. We'll go through his attributes and traits. And then let's check out DeMarco, another nominee. How does he compare to his left mid Thunderstruck one? He's got left mid here, but it's a left back version. And we'll check out here his teammate Lautaro. Oh. And then we'll quickly go through these 103s, only a few left here. Coble. I always remember that UCL Coble from last year. It was in everybody's team. And then Çalhanoğlu. And then Lewandowski. Check his out. 109 shooting for 103. And then he's got power header as well as finesse. And then we'll wrap up nominee A chat with Musiala. 106 shooting, 112 dribbling.
Good dribbling there.
Yeah, some good control on him. So that is a look at the nominees and the icons. Nominee B obviously is next week. Nominee C is third week. And then we get Utati, which is going to be those high OVR starters along with the 12th man. And then we have honorable mention the week after. So pretty exciting to see all these really high powered players. Obviously the icons, I think, stand out.
Absolutely. Remember, Utati will be released 13th of February, UTC. And then we'll have
chat,
a staggered... Yeah, go for it.
Staggered... Oh, no, go for it. Would you say staggered week over
We'll have
week,
a staggered
right?
release of the Utati players, attackers, midfielders, defenders, as you guys know.
Should be exciting. I just wanted to ask chat, out of all of these icons and players we showed, who do you think is the most exciting? Like, who do you think looks the best out of just this first week? Drop in the chat.
My individual opinion, I think it's this Duham. The pace in the center back is something rare. I see people agreeing with me. If you're saying Ronaldinho, I'll have to agree with you too. But that's the Brazilian in me talking.
Seeing a lot of Turams here. Also, before we go into scouting camp chat, because this is the one that I'm excited to show, is there's still the web store if you're looking for new Toddy offers along with a daily free gift. And if you haven't already signed up for the web store, there is a Mascherano as a starter gift. So wanted to shout that out as well. And we should have a link in the chat for later on if that's something you're interested in.
Yeah, the link is store.fcm.ea.com. Don't miss out on the daily free gift. We'll have new Team of the Year offers around an hour after Toddy's released. So check it out when you can.
All right, so scouting camp, I've got it ready. Tack and I played a friendly game before the stream on scouting camp. But basically what it is it's a mode similar to Club Challenge where users can play PvP, so you're playing a head-to-head match with preset squads made up of event players. Like there'll be a Team of the Year squad you can play with, a Winter Wonders squad, a Ballon d'Or squad, and it's all of the high OVR players put into a lineup for you to test out. So this was the Toddy squad that Tack and I played as, and we played against each other. They're red rank, they're 25 levels on there. So you get to really test out these players in a PvP atmosphere and see if you like them. And then obviously as you win matches, you can get Mascheranos, coins. So it's kind of a fun way to test out previous items, upcoming items, current items, and go, you know what? I really like this left wing Rivaldo. He plays so good. I'm then going to go get him in Toddy. So really excited about this, guys, chat. This one's a fun one. Like Tack and I, we played, and right away, like I was pretty impressed with that Rivaldo. Just off one match, but it's just a cool concept. And we're already in round 2 here. But I'm thinking, Tack, I'm going to forfeit so that I can exit and show scouting camp from the beginning.
Yeah, absolutely. And that leads to a good point. You need tickets to participate in scouting camp. And the plan is that you get 2 every week, every Thursday and Sunday. You get a ticket so you can try out scouting camp.
Oh no, I've been I've been told I've run out of attempts.
Okay, maybe that's
Oh.
something that we should look into.
Hold up, I'm gonna see if because we did have a friendly match we wanted to play against each other in it. So I'm gonna just test something out real quick. If we can just exit out of the build for 1 second, because I did want to showcase some of the. Yeah, there we go. Just gonna get this one set up here.
Yeah, we wanted to show all the different lineups that will be ready and available to you. So for an example, there will be 2 Toddy lineups, we have some Ballon d'Or lineups too. So it's a great way for you to test out some of the player items before you decide to invest, you know, your coins or Masqueranos or your shards even. So I think we kind of like needed that, right? Because we don't really get the feel of the player before they're ranked up and trained. So I really like this addition. And the cherry on top of the cake are the rewards. So you can get up to 2 Masqueranos every time you complete them. Of course, you do need to win the PvP matches, but that to me adds even more excitement to it.
It does. It was exciting, and I really want to see if I can show all the different lineups that were there, just to see the kind of players that you can play with. Like the Ballon d'Or one, you could play as fully ranked R9, or I mean red rank R9. You could try out the red rank Zidane. So there was a lot of really exciting player items that not everybody gets to play with, but in this PvP mode, you can go test them out. So we were playing a game earlier, and obviously there's a little bit of lag between us because we're not close geographically, but it was still fun to be able to, you know, dribble around with an R9 and play.
Yeah, and as I can see, this is a work in progress build. So these things, they happen. We just wanted to show you all the lineups because we were so excited about it too.
We do, yeah. But we do have it live now up on the build. I was able to refresh and want to show you guys what this looks like from the start. So if we can bring the build up here, chat. This one is a cool one to showcase. Scouting camp.
Right, let's take a look.
Let's take a look. All right, so this is scouting camp, everybody. As you can see, I was in the Toddy 25 lineup, but you can choose Winter Wonders lineups. There's a Thunderstruck lineup. There's the Ballon d'Or lineups I was talking about. There's even a UCL and a Trophy Titans lineup. So for example, let's say I'm going to go and pick Ballon d'Or lineup A, and I can go check out the lineup that it's set for me. Look at the players you can test out at red rank.
Oh,
Pretty
this
cool.
is exciting. Yeah.
And then you can even see there's, all the players here. You can set the lineup how you wanted. And I'll even go check out the others. Let's see Ballon d'Or Team B. I think this is a dub, chat. Being able to test out like a Ronaldinho or even like a Messi. And then also you can play around with formations. So you can change whatever formation you want. Let's say I want to put... I just want to play as a regular 4-3-3. I can then change that. And then I can make sure that the right guy's in the right position how I want to play it. So even if, let's say, I don't want that Figo, I'm going to put in that Kaká instead. I don't want a Rodri. Actually, no, I'll keep Rodri there. But let's say I don't want Grimaldo. I'll put in the Van Dijk. And then I could do this. So this is a lot of fun. You could play around with different formations, test out different teams. And like we'll even check out the Winter Wonders full team as well. So same thing here. You could test them out and say, you know what? I really like that Henry, or guess what? The hype around Ginola is real. I'm going to go get him. But you can try him out first here. Here's a Thunderstruck lineup as well. And then just to showcase the rewards, this is what you're looking at getting for winning 4 head-to-head matches. So you start off with $1 million, then it's a Mascherano, 2 million, and then a Mascherano here as well.
But even if you get eliminated, if you get at least to round 3, you still get at least 1 Mascherano.
And there are multiple retries as well. So even if you're not a top head-to-head player, you do get retries if you lose to go in and get more
5
rewards.
retries. So even if you're a player like me, you still have a chance.
And we should mention that this is going to be, you can play this Thursdays and Sundays. You'll get a ticket to play, and then use 1 ticket to enter. So make sure Thursdays and Sundays you come in and grab that scouting camp ticket.
Yep. And everybody will receive 1 scouting camp ticket at release today.
Also,
Yeah,
the other
so-
thing I wanted to showcase is the Lunar New Year players. I don't think we went through them yet, did we?
No, we just briefly mentioned when we talked about challenge mode, but not only we have challenge mode, we have plenty of Lunar New Year players being released. I'm seeing some
So here's a few of the top
questions
ones.
and comments here, Antoine, about extra time, but I don't think we can show extra time here in this build because it's not available. But yeah, there will be new extra time picks available, as we mentioned in the beginning of the show.
Exactly. Yeah, unfortunately don't have extra time in this build, but there will be some updates. There'll be some new daily picks to try out. But as always, it's usually an hour after reset is when extra time gets updated.
Absolutely.
I'm
Back
also
to
thinking,
Lunar
Tack, this
New
might
Year?
be a good time.
Oh yeah.
Yes, this is
Go
Lunar
ahead.
New Year here. I was going to say, this might be a good time for us to share the redemption code as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Let's do that while we go through some of the Lunar New Year players. I'm seeing a bunch of you commenting about the redemption code. Yes, we do have a gift for you today. So what you have to do is go to redeem.fcm.ea.com and use the redemption code for today, which is... It's not Toddy, it is the fans team. So go there, use your code. You need to be logged in with your EA account. You go there and your rewards will be on your inbox in game. Keep in mind that it has happened before due to high traffic to the redemption website. Sometimes it will display an error message, but if that happens to you, just come back in a few hours. This will be available for roughly 1 day. So tell your friends. Oh, can you go back to this João Pedro? I was curious to see his stats because I did an attacker. Okay, I like him. Good pace. Can't lane change, but good weak foot. It might be a good, like budget option. Maybe a sub for my team. So Lunar New Year players, the theme is players born in the year of the serpent. Fun trivia there for you, which is the year that we're celebrating this year. Yep, I'm seeing your messages, guys, about the code not working. Just try again in a little while because everybody here is trying to access it at the same time. So just hold on a moment and maybe try after the stream ends or after an hour from now. Just remember, it's the fans team. And you go to redeem.fcm.ea.com. You'll be available for roughly a day, so you don't need to claim it now.
Yeah, also I was thinking like we could do the redeem code now versus going into one of those scouting camp matches where I wasn't sure if it was going to be working on stream here. Luckily, I was able to reset it.
Absolutely.
So I want to show some more Lunar players. They're kind of hidden, the Lunar players, all throughout packs and different redeem nodes.
Yeah, they will be available in Toddy rewards, packs, so they'll be there. It's an interesting selection of players. I like the 99 OVR, Bellingham, and Son from the challenge mode. Great for new players to kick off their team too.
Love the action shot.
Hair buff all the way.
There we go. I think we show the 105s here. Oh, there's a couple 103s. Yeah, unfortunately, chat, we can't show POTM or extra time, but do stay posted for more updates there. Let's see, where can we find? I guess I could go through.
I'm also seeing some
players
requests here in chat, Antoine, to show the Vieira from Star Pass stats, and we could also show the stats from the milestone icon players because they might not be there with on your club.
That's a good
As
show.
they're untradeable. Starting at red rank is a huge plus. This is a good player for the OVR. Stats.
Yeah, so this is coming out in about 5 hours. So at the next reset chat is when Team of the Year and all of this content goes live.
I'm seeing a great question here about Thunderstruck, Antoine. So some players are asking about Thunderstruck. When does it end and what those timers mean? So Thunderstruck ends January 23rd UTC, right? But the chapter will be available. The Live OVR chapter will be available for you to consult on the requirements for the upgrades, but you won't be able to claim or play or get your rewards. It will only be available for some time more for you to check on the requirements for the OVR and or skill moves and weak foot upgrades. I almost said skill foot upgrades. That would be amazing.
It's a combo, skill foot,
Yeah,
skill
skill
foot
foot.
upgrade.
So thank you for the question. I saw this on Twitch chat. Thank you guys.
Also seeing if there's other players that we haven't showcased. Rodrigo Muniz, there he is, hiding in the exchanges.
He was hiding.
Yeah, same thing here.
Another great question here, Antoine. About the Winter Wonders event. You still have some days to play. It's not because we're launching Team of the Year later today that Winter Wonders is ending early. Winter Wonders still ends January 23rd. So there will be some overlap there where you can still use your Winter Wonder shards and claim your players. And you even get a few days to test out those players with Scouting Camp before you make a decision on where to spend your shards.
Exactly, a bit more time to test it out and decide. Also, the other thing too is showing there are Lunar New Year players in some of the Team of the Year walkouts. So may get a few surprises. So I'm just gonna. I always love just doing a few little pack openings just for fun, just to see the walkout. Oh my goodness! All right.
Okay, yeah. There we go. Another
Ooh, with the
Beckham
music too.
for us to add to our collection.
I know, I'm just showing off at this point. I'm sorry, chat. Big dub, I agree.
Red
I think
listed.
that covers everything, though. I wasted my luck. Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah, you did. You did.
Oh.
Yep.
But yeah,
I'm
I
reading
think
here
this
through
is
your
the show.
comments and seeing if you have any questions. I saw a good question about scouting camp. And the question was if we can save our scouting camp tokens to use in following weeks. And apparently you can. I don't think you need to use them. There will be a currency that you can hold, and you can essentially use them at your will.
Yeah, that's a good call with
It's the team of the year.
scouting camp. Just to show everybody, because I don't think we did it. It's just this is how it looks like when you go choose the team you want, and then you just come in, and then as you can see, different matches you can play.
Another great question here, Antoine, and this one we're still looking into 100% confirmation, but it does look like you can use your Lunar New Year players to exchange them for Team of the Year shards. Again, we're still confirming that, but as far as we're seeing here, it looks like that's the case.
So, Chad, what do we think of scouting camp? Is this a dub in the chat? Are you gonna wait to see how it plays? How are we thinking here?
I would play for the Masqueranos, even though I stacked on them.
It's the team of the year.
It's always good, nice to have them, especially after an OVR increase.
Completely agree. Also, I just love head-to-head, so more PvP content, just for some fun rewards and trying out different players. That's a dub for me.
Absolutely.
Good question. Someone's asking for different weeks of Toddy. Do the shards change? And the answer is no. Those are all the same shards you're going to be using. So you can save them for later weeks to see different players that are coming out and the different shard costs, and then choose that accordingly. So week 1 is the same shards as like week 2, 3, 4, etc. It's like Winter Wonders. You just save the same currency and decide when you want to go for the player.
Good question.
So, chat, I think that wraps up Team of the Year, Lunar New Year, Scouting Camp, and then we went over some other details with swipe shooting, which is going to be adjusted shortly. Obviously, if you're looking for information on activity points for leagues, there's the deep dive that's live on our website, as well as on social. If you want to see the exact details. Security, as we mentioned, we are still working through a lot of Verse Attack there, so keep your feedback coming. And then for extra time, some new tokens. There's going to be some new Lunar New Year extra time picks and some offers in there. So that plus a couple challenge modes that look kind of fun. And then the info with Thunderstruck lasting a little bit longer too. So a lot of content here, chat, for 5 hours from now, actually. So it's coming up pretty quick. Pretty excited to go through all of that with you guys. It's it's been fun, and obviously the music makes it all come together, right, Tack?
Yeah, and this is only the start of Team of the Year, right? We haven't even touched or reviewed the Ultimate Team of the Year. We have honorable mentions incoming. We have the 12th man. So yeah, it's going to be fun. I am really looking forward to enjoy Team of the Year again with the community.
Yeah, it should be a
Who's the 12th
blast.
man? That's a great question. We'll see. We'll see in a
knows?
while. Who knows?
We'll see. But yeah, Team of the Year is looking to be a fun event with week-to-week updates. This was obviously week 1, showed you a little preview of what's coming. But it's great to be here with you guys in chat, on the stream. I love seeing a lot of familiar names here. So we'll be back with another Team of the Year show in a few weeks' time to go over some more new players coming out, how you can get them, and just some new updates overall. So for everybody here at the team, Tack and myself included, thank you, and we'll see you in about 5 hours' time in FC Mobile for Team of the Year.
5 hours. See you there.
It's a team of the year. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. It's a team of the year. Come on. Yeah. It's a team of the year.